was somebody else who was trending yesterday. It wasn't the snow. It wasn't the people stuck for 8 hours. It was Doug Ford. Go, Sid.
It was Doug Ford. Good morning, Dina. Great to see you.
Good morning, everybody.
I know your car's still buried.
Yep,
Hopefully
still
it gets
buried.
out soon.
Another story.
So Doug Ford went out in Snowmacron yesterday, and not the biggest shovel I've ever seen.
No,
but
it's not the biggest.
I have to say, listen, first off, anyone who helped anyone yesterday, and there were a lot of people that needed help, it was a great thing.
Heroes. Legit.
It was a great thing.
Legit, because nobody wants to be out there longer than they have to be.
True.
So that's truly caring for your neighbor. Yes.
I believe my niece had a similar sized shovel yesterday
From
when
the
she went
beach.
outside.
Okay.
No, but listen, credit to the premier for helping a few people out. I don't mind that at all, because I'm quarantining here. I couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah, you can't.
Here's my issue. Yesterday, and I'm going to say this loudly for the people in the back that might have missed it, because there was a lot going on yesterday. Poll numbers for Doug Ford's approval across the province came out. He's at his lowest compared to any other time he's been premier. 30% of people in the province of Ontario, according to Angus Reid, approve of the job he's doing. So on that day, yesterday, a disaster in the city of Toronto and in various parts around it. Doug Ford went out in a car and called a TV station live and FaceTimed while driving in a snowstorm. That's not only dangerous, but I find it ironic considering for months he would avoid questions from the media because he wasn't tech savvy enough and couldn't go on Zoom. I found that to be rich. Then there's videos circulating all over social media yesterday of complete strangers with no mask getting into Premier's car. Did they need help? Yes, they did. No one's wearing a mask. It's like the Amazing Race people jumping in and out of his car. And those videos are circulating like crazy. And on top of it, considering that this Premier's gone MIA for months during the darkest points of this pandemic, the second he called every media outlet for attention on this, we followed him like lemmings, and it was disgusting. He used a disaster in this city and in a large part of this province as a cheap political stunt the day numbers came out which showed he's barely more popular than Kathleen Wynne. And she was hated by the time she left office. I'm offended that he used that for a political stunt. I'm offended that colleagues of mine in this business didn't have enough sense and followed him along for the ride when he barely wants to talk to any of us in the media and then wants attention that day. And I really hope people paid attention to that. I was born, but not yesterday. I know exactly what that was on a day where people needed legit help, and he used it as a photo op. And I hope people saw that for what it was. People sitting in their car. You want to really help? There's about 36 tractor trailers on the 401, Premier. You want to take that shovel built for a child, you go down there and help out.
I thought you were going to say something else would take that shovel and you... Hi-oh! I'm going to tell you this, Sid. Hashtag Canadian Media Failed was also trending yesterday because they were shaming all of us for not saying what you just did. So what you're saying is you want to help your neighbor like many, many, many people did yesterday altruistically because you care. Good on you. You want to turn it into a PR stunt and not say, perhaps I was overzealous and I did break a few rules and I was distracted driving myself. I shouldn't have done that. Own up to all that, and maybe there's that path to forgiveness then. But just the shutout of it all, and let's just carry on and only praise when anybody else would have been in big trouble, fined, et cetera, in a pandemic no less. Like you said, sitting in a car cheek to cheek, sending out an IG reel. Maybe we all got to check ourselves a little bit. And yes, send your love to Ed 660, if I could say your name.